The FBI's top priority remains counterterrorism for reasons that I think make good sense to the people in this room. It is a challenge that has changed since 9/11 in two particular ways that strike me coming back to government after being gone for nearly 8 years. The terrorism threat has metastasized. By that I mean it has moved from being focused on core al-Qaeda in the Afghanistan-Pakistan region, which has been significantly degraded thanks to our men and women in uniform taking the fight to those people. But at the same time, the lightly governed or ungoverned spaces throughout the world, especially the Gulf, North Africa, and increasingly in recent years in Syria and Iraq, have allowed a metastasis of the terrorist tumor. And those things have popped up in Yemen, in North Africa, and especially in the form of a couple of groups in Syria and Iraq. One of which is well known to you, I suspect, the group that the government calls ISIL. Another related group, another progeny of al-Qaeda, is a group called al-Nusra, or al-Nusra Front. These are dangerous groups that are flourishing in spaces that are not governed, so they find a safe haven. And that safe haven allows them to attract people from all around the world to their particular brand of savagery. And that is a unique challenge for all of us in law enforcement, because people are flowing from Western Europe, from Asia, from North America to those ungoverned war zones and getting the worst kind of experience and developing the worst kind of relationships. That going is worrisome. The inevitable coming back is more worrisome still. And so it's a huge focus of all of us in law enforcement, try to understand who's being recruited, who's flowing, who's looking to flow back. I said the threat has changed in two ways. Let me just briefly mention the second, which is closely related. The growth of the internet, at the same time as the growth of these metastasized terrorist tumors, has created almost an industry online where these groups seek to motivate and train people to do their work, so that someone who's never even met a member of al-Qaeda or ISIL, in their pajamas, in their basement, gets all the motivation and the training they need to engage in some kind of sick jihad here in the United States. Those are a particular challenge for all of us in law enforcement because it's hard to see them. There are troubled souls everywhere in this great country of ours. It's just the nature of humanity. If they're in their basement getting all the jacking up they need through the internet and the training they need, we have a very small window to spot them before they might emerge and kill innocent people. So that remains an enormous focus of all of us in law enforcement.